Our brains are more likely to think that a thing is good if we're told it's good beforehand. This is part of something called the anchoring effect. When Plants vs. Zombies came out, researchers used it to do a study. They handed the game to 3 groups of people. They told the first group that critics had given Plants vs. Zombies a 91. They told the second group that critics had given the game a 61. And they told the third group nothing. Then they had everybody play the game themselves for a while. When asked to give the game a score afterward, the group that was shown high review scores ahead of time gave it an 85. The group that was shown low review scores gave it a 71, and the group which hadn't been shown any reviews at all gave it a 79. That is a huge spread. I mean, I would feel pretty okay buying any full-price game that scored an 85, but for a game that I saw with a score of 71, a lot of us would probably hesitate, maybe wait for a sale, or even decide not to buy it at all. And this wasn't just some slapdash study. It was rigorous and statistically significant. And there have been plenty of others like it outside the gaming world with consistent results. If we start playing a game that we have seen highly reviewed, we are a lot more likely to forgive its flaws and notice its positive aspects, which means that we're a lot more likely to recommend it to other people, because we genuinely believe we enjoyed it more. And a bad review has the opposite effect. Every bug or glitch that we see will just confirm our anchored perception that the game just isn't that good, and make us that much more likely to give it a thumbs down on Steam and tell all of our friends to just not bother. Anchoring affects us based on the first data we see about something. It's not just that we're more likely to believe that a thing is good if we're told it's good beforehand. It's that we're very likely to use the first piece of data we get about something as a baseline, a guide which helps us to construct a mental model of how to reasonably view that thing. And this is a huge factor when it comes to sales events too. The usual example used to explain the concept of anchoring is used cars. Whatever price is first proposed usually anchors the preceding negotiations. People negotiate from that number, and they will often think that they've gotten a good deal if they can haggle the salesman's $20,000 quote down to $10,000 without ever realizing that the car's value was actually $6,000 all along. Of course, it doesn't work if the salesman proposes something ludicrous like $10 million up front or something. Your brain will reject that right away. But for objects of nebulous value, your brain often has a pretty wide field for what it's willing to accept as reasonable. I mean, I'm not sure I can tell the difference between a $2,000 used car and a $4,000 used car, even though one of those is literally double the price. The anchoring effect is happening to you all over the place. And knowing that it exists sure isn't going to make you immune to it, but if you keep your eyes open and know what to look for, you just might see it in action.